This portion of Guiding Light has been presented by Cascade with sheeting action. Gives you virtually spotless dishes every time. This has been Guiding Light. By Janice Taylor. Blouses by Regina Porter. Be sure to be with us tomorrow for another full hour of Guiding Light.
What is it? What are you staring at?
That's what I keep asking myself.
Look, Fletcher, I don't have time for this.
Well, make the time then. All this talk all the time about respecting my opinions, respecting my integrity. Respect for what?
Been drinking. Perhaps we can discuss this when you're a little more lucid.
Listen, I've never seen anything more clear than I see it right now. You are a fake, Goldilocks.
Stop it.
You know, all this time I thought it was Roger. He was fooling you, but that's what you wanted me to think, isn't it?
I said stop.
You knew exactly what he was doing, didn't you? And you went ahead and you married him, didn't you? Didn't you?
Thank you.
Thank you, Betty.
I know it's late.
Please.
What you said earlier about looking for someone, I couldn't get it off my mind. That's why I had to see you.
Make me understand.
I have more important things to do than fuel your obsession
You
with Roger.
and me, remember, we could always talk things out.
Don't dwell on the past,
The
Fletch.
past, the present, the future, they're all meeting right here, right now.
What do you want me to say? It's late. I'm worried about Alan Michael. I shouldn't have come here.
Alexandra, I need you to tell me the truth. I have to know if I'm...
What?
I know you.
Don't romanticize our stay on that island.
Why? What, am I supposed to forget everything that happened there? Am I supposed to forget everything that got said there?
It was an unreal situation.
That was the most real thing that's ever going to happen to you in your life.
I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Things don't always turn out as we expect.
You're sorry? Who the hell are you?
Well, I'm not some naive girl who lives on memories.
All right. Then what about our time here, huh? What about the time you spent with me and Ben? What about that? And our work at the Journal? Am I crazy, or did that happen?
It meant more to you than I thought.
Alexandra, I need the truth. I deserve it.
Oh, now you're interested in the truth. After all the unsupported filth you printed about Roger?
All right, okay, fine, all right. I did step over the line on that to show you what a creep he was. I thought that would open your eyes.
Roger is very misunderstood.
I understand Roger Thorpe perfectly. It's you I don't. I just saw Roger a little while ago, and he told me that you know all about the waterfront and everything else he's doing.
You had no right.
But it's a lie, isn't it? I mean, he just told me that to hurt me. Tell me it's not true. Tell me.
Drink?
No, thank you. I hope Alexandra doesn't mind my disturbing you at home with business.
Well, Alex is very understanding when it comes to business.
I made a preliminary check of the figures we discussed.
Well, you understand, they were just off the top of my head. But, was I close?
It's not the numbers that bother me.
Look, this is not meant as a criticism of your father, but he does allow himself these little diversions. And that kind of spontaneity has its charm, but I'm not like that. And I get the feeling that you're not either, or you wouldn't be here.
I only want what's best for Lewis Oil.
I understand. These are, unhealthy business practices. Your father seems obsessed with the idea of competing with Spaulding.
Well, it's not about business for him anymore.
No, I know that, but it's like there's no one minding the store right now at Lewis Oil. You know, I understand that your uncle is having, well, some problems at home. And, as for your brother Dylan...
Well, he's been a liability since he showed up.
Well, look, I'm sure that your father feels the need to make up for lost time with him. It's understandable, and maybe he indulges him a little too much.
Maybe.
But you seem to be the only person who's really paying attention over there right now, and I hope that your father appreciates you.
He does.
Good. Look, I am very concerned about this wild notion of snatching the towers away from us. After all, what does he have? He's got this will from Ruth, you know, and that's not going to hold up in a court of law without proof. And unfortunately, that's where we seem to be heading, toward a very lengthy and a very costly court battle.
Well, I don't want to see that happen.
Now, you know, maybe he feels that it's worth, you know, a few $100,000 to fight us on the towers. But I'm here to tell you, it's worth millions to me. I mean, millions. Now, is Lewis Oil ready for that kind of a fight?
I was hoping that it wouldn't get that far.
Well, hope isn't worth a whole lot on the commodities exchange these days.
We'll continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment.
An unexpected night.
I'm just very needy right now. Go home. Go home.
I can't.
A forbidden passion
I turned to someone else.
shatters a happy home.
It was Susan, wasn't it?
Can this marriage survive
Damn you. Damn you!
as the world turns weekdays?
I believe there is a simple solution to all of this.
And that is?
Meet with my father.
I'm sorry, not that I'm unwilling.
No, I know what you're thinking, that he would never agree to it.
Well, it is highly unlikely. What makes you feel otherwise?
Well, there is no proof that Ruth owned the deed to this property, and I think when Daddy realizes how much the company is losing, he'll give up.
He doesn't strike me as the sort of man who gives up anything.
Well, I'm not going to approach him like that. Daddy's very complicated. You know, when he gets his mind on something, he just goes for it with everything he has, but he has great instincts. Daddy knows when to cut his losses.
Well, I think the problem is going to arise in just getting him in the same room with me.
I will take care of that. Will you do it?
How can I refuse?
Good. Be at Loose Oil tomorrow at 9:30.
Are you sure you don't want a little more time?
There is no more time. I'll see you tomorrow.
You sure I can't get you a drink before you go?
I need to find my father. Maybe another time.
I'd like that.
Thanks.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.